girls like to do that. They'll send like his email or not a text message.
But it could be
Natalie, and that's what they'll do. They'll write like this. They're like, hey, you got to call me. If it's going to be that long, you got to call me.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or for the very first time.
Yes, here we are, approaching year 6. We haven't gotten the official date. We should look that up, but
it's roughly around this time.
Roughly around this time. November 1, because November rain.
Oh, that's true.
Just we had to
greatest of all time.
We had to honor the power ballad that is November rain.
I actually got a Guns N' Roses t-shirt, I think. I think Jeffrey, somebody else was like, who's that? I was like, how dare you?
Oh my gosh.
You're about to be out of the fucking family.
But then in a year, they're going to ask for it because, as we talked about last week, it's all the Gen Z fashion is taking all the vintage.
Yeah, I know. Like it's
thrift store, thrift shop finds. Macklemore knew all about it way long ago.
Although they like slightly insult you and like you're like, oh shit, I got that too. Like, yeah, they had a bunch of old stuff from way back when. I'm like, oh, fuck you.
Way back when. Way back when.
What the fuck?
Well, I don't know why I do this to myself every year, it seems like, but I always, for some reason, save any like substantial vacations to the Thanksgiving week. And like, so November, December, I just unload like 2/3 of my PTO.
Oh, me too.
During these last couple months. And I'm like, I feel because it's like you start the year really good and then it's slowly, you just burn your energy down. And then all I can do is make it to November or whatever.
You're like crawling in.
Yeah, like barely making it, like super burnt out.
Like you're crawling out of the desert, you know.
Just one more week and then vacation and I can get
the oasis.
But, I mean, there's enough studies and things to help me avoid this, but I fall victim every year.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe next year I'll be better, maybe not. But the PTO for me starts mañana at the time of recording. So I'm taking...
Mine starts the day after mañana.
Ooh.
For me.
So Chip and Cern vacay PTO vibes show episode.
The ride high today.
But the problem is, and Cerny, every time, the trying to jam all the shit you need to get done for the 2 weeks, so that when you come back, you're not buried. So I'm in that right now. I'm like, oh, okay, it's late in the evening, get the kids down, then maybe I have to go back, knock some work out, like make sure everything's tidy up.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it takes a couple days for that feeling, that unsettling, to wither away for the vacation. So that eats, let's say, a day and a half of your...
Yeah, you're right.
You're beginning
still
of the PTO.
amped. Like
you're kind of wired for it. And then finally, after the first couple of days, you can kind of just, okay. Then vacation mode sets in. You're sleeping in, hopefully, or whatever you're doing. But then, vacation, once you see the horizon of the vacation ending, then the trouble starts to come back up. You get the Sunday scaries, but it's only Thursday or whatever the situation
yeah, it's
is.
usually Friday for me. It's like the end of the work week for everybody. I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
hate Fridays when I'm on vacation.
So I'm on the cusp of this highly stress period to get all the stuff done, but then also seeing a nice relaxation.
I always say the best time is the day when you clock out going on a vacation is the best. And the worst is the fucking night before going.
That Sunday afternoon or whatever.
Yeah, the Sunday scaries. Yeah, there.
Or do you ever
the dread?
Yeah,
dread. You get that pit in your stomach, that dread. You're like, oh, fuck.
And then you see your calendar app on your phone. You're like, what kind of meetings do I have in the morning? I don't even want to spoil the rest of my thing. I'll just, I don't even want to spoil it.
I'm rolling it in Monday. It's sour, and I'll just figure it out then.
I'm just going to say 8 o'clock. I'll be online. And if there's something earlier, I missed it. I was on vacation.
I was catching
still
up
on
my
vacation.
email. Missed it.
I have sometimes come back in the middle of the week, like you end your vacation on like a Wednesday, and then you come back and you have kind of Thursday, and then Friday you sort of take Friday.
Oh, those are kind of nice. Those
you
are
sort of
nice.
slide it. You get a couple fudge days on that. You slide it in the weekend with like on a more chill situation.
So for me, I'm doing Thursday, Friday off. And then I'm going to work 3 days next week, and then Thursday, Friday off. And then I think I have a week after that.
Oh, okay. That's also a popular thing, is like, because I notice parents will split. Like one will take the week of Thanksgiving or before, and then one will take after, because sometimes the kids have multiple.
Yeah, I think, but sometimes I like to do the Thursday, Friday, like just 4-day weekend, because I kind of get my work still kind of done, and then.
Right, you don't get underwater, really.
Yeah, because I'm still taking a week, because talk about the end of the year, fuck it. But it's a wrap. By the time I'm taking my week, it's a wrap. I mean, I still take a week here and there.
Yeah.
But it is like a grind. Like, fuck, I got to prepare this. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yeah, and then people are always like, "Oh, who's your point of contact when you're out?" I'm like,
put them on my email.
Yeah.
You'll get in my out office. I did it all the time. They always do that. Who am I supposed to contact? Like, you'll see in my out office when you want to reach me.
Said, if there's an emergency, here's my phone number.
Never.
But it better be a fucking emergency.
Never. I never do that. I turn my phone off because I have a work phone, so I turn it off. Because they don't. Because the people that I deal with, they'll just call you anyway. It's an emergency to them. It's one of those, like, it's an emergency to me. Like, okay.
I've noticed the boundaries between work-life balance and your work and my work are vastly different.
Yeah,
vastly different.
There's no respect for it. They'll call you on a weekend. They'll call you. They'll call you at 7:00 at night. I mean, it's crazy. But I'm working. Good for you.
Yeah, that sounds like a you problem.
Not a me problem.
Not a me problem.
Piss poor planet Earth fart doesn't mean it's an emergency of mine.
Yeah, and we haven't. We could turn this into our annual Black Friday episode. This would be the one.
This is.
I don't
there
think,
even going to be?
I don't know.
There is no Black Friday.
Is there a Black Friday? Was Black Friday canceled last year? What happened? What happened?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
I think I tried to. Like, they're having like online, like week-long Black Fridays.
I've noticed that's what everyone's doing, and
I mean, we kind of Walmart's going to be closed. I think they're going to be closed this year.
There is that I think that's probably probably the way to go. But I don't know, maybe we're just getting too old, or maybe we have the kids and stuff, and it's like I don't feel like getting out early and being out in the cold and fucking with people at Target and shit.
Half drunk.
Yeah, half drunk. I'm wine drunk. Got a little weed and wine in me. Got swerving into Target. I mean, it's not really.
W squared.
It's not really. I don't need to be doing that. Speaking of Target, I was in there the other day, and we went in there. It was pajama day at my daughter's school, and you remember when kids, like, from 2 until I don't know when it stops, it's like every week they're growing out of pajamas. I don't know how it's possible. They use the most highly shrinkable fucking fabric possible for pajamas. Plus, kids are growing
100% cotton.
It's like it's 200% cotton. I don't even know. It's like it's a fucking sheep's back.
Well, then you can be like Jeffrey and just go undies all day, every day.
Oh yeah, during summer that is.
Summer the cold weather hasn't stopped him.
Oof,
undies, he just throws a blanket over like a cape,
like a sultan or something.
Yeah,
it's quite the outfit. So we went in there to snag PJs. We needed PJs anyway, and pajama day was coming up at school. So I said, let's go do that. I walked into Walmart Target. This hasn't happened to me ever. An employee stopped me and asked me if I needed help and what I was in looking for. And I literally was like, I was silenced.
Oh, this just happened to me at Lowe's.
Someone's like, why do you help?
Are you finding everything okay? Do you need my assistance? I was like, unprovoked? You just asked me that question?
What? Huh?
It literally, do you stand there during headlights?
It was. I didn't know what to say because it caught me so off guard. And then I looked. I'm like, maybe she's a manager, or she must be. Maybe she's like the regional director, and like,
yeah.
You know, because that was one thing. Remember the days at Wells Fargo when I was working for the man there. That was one
doing
thing
the shady work.
Yeah, doing the illegals. We would get scored on how well we would greet people. 1 out of 5.
Oh.
Did you greet them? Did you say hi? Did you help them? And it was like this thing, and they would call you 2 weeks after you deposited your check at the bank teller, and if you didn't rate a 5 out of 5, it basically meant that we failed. It's like if you didn't get a perfect 5, it was no good.
Oh,
so it's just
God.
Anyway. So all I remember all the big regional bosses who don't do any fucking work except go do palm pressing around at all the different.
I know, it's like the most cush job.
Yeah, they're like, oh. They come in the store, they're like, I'll handle the greeting for 5 minutes. And like, hi, welcome. They do it like 5 times and like, see how easy it is? I'm like, fuck you. Like
5 times.
5 times.
Sit your fucking ass down all day, every day, and we'll see how it does.
Amen. So Target, I don't know if they're trying something new or if I just ran into some regional bigwig there, but
or maybe it's like a new seasonal employee just trying to get on
just
full,
really
full time.
That hasn't been browbeaten. Been so beaten down.
There's this lady at Lowe's, and I used to go. I'll be in there like afternoon, early afternoons. Usually like on the weekend.
Yeah.
She was always just a pain in the ass. She always had to be a pain in the ass. I don't know why. She was just like really snarky, and it was just. I mean, I'm all for sarcasm, but it was just stupid shit. And she would always be just chit chatting, and it's like, God damn, this lady's a bitch. Like her Nancy, I was like, fuck you. And then I started going in the morning, so I was like, you know what? So it was like one time it was like 7 a.m. I was over there just doing something, and she was there in the morning. Oh, she was the most pleasant person. I was like, oh, it makes sense. I'm sure she starts in the morning, and by the time she's had enough.
Oh.
So I said, all right, I absolve you because
you understand.
My,
you understand her
interpretation
situation.
of you is clean because I thought you were just being a shithead, but it's probably because she's done dealing with shitheads all day.
That's probably a good idea because at the Lowe's they open up at some crazy
6
time.
6 a.m.
Okay, you probably get all the construction workers who are just transactional. They're not the DIY people who are like, what's
it's usually
pipe
pretty empty
fitting?
too,
And
most of the construction will go to Home Depot. I noticed, but there's still a lot of construction, like HVAC guys, like any, basically like loading their shit up for the day.
Okay, nice.
So but she's like she was like sleeping in the floor. She was like chit chatting with me about.
She was all about it.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, she's actually pretty nice. I'm sorry, I judged you wrong.
Well, now. One more good person for Cerny's book.
Yeah,
there we go. Now we went. Speaking of employees or not having enough, movie theaters. Oof. Have you been to a movie lately?
Yeah, we went to see Venom.
Oh right, you went with Venom. Was it a bit? Were the employees sparse?
Yeah, there was like 3 of them.
We went to see Clifford. The Clifford movie.
Oh, how was that?
Well, we walked by the Venom poster, and Charlie goes, "Oh my God, that's so scary." And I was like, "Yeah, some movies, not all movies are for kids. That's like an adult one." And then in my head, I'm like, "But Jeffrey's seen it."
Jeffrey was front row.
Yeah. And we went in there, and we did the whole Fandango app, so it's super easy. You just go in.
That's what I did too. Scan the thing, and you're good.
You don't have to talk to anybody. So of course we have to get popcorn. I smuggled in. I parlayed a couple full-sized Halloween candies into the movie theater, Sour Patch and Reese's Pieces. Both pretty good for movie theater candies. So I had those in my sweatshirt. I had a water bottle. That I didn't care. Like, I've never had anyone stop me at a movie theater ever.
No, I think it was Jeffrey.
Is that like some?
I'm sure it's a no, but I always think like, because I think Jeffrey was like getting nervous. Like, what if they see you? Like, they're making minimum wage. I doubt they're gonna spear me over my fucking bag of candy.
Right. We did get. If I was
minimum wage, and I saw that, I would say, I'm like, whatever. I'm not getting paid enough to confront this guy over
exactly
a $5 box of candy, according to the movie theater price.
Oh yeah, with an incredible amount of markup on it too. So we scored the popcorn, and there's one person sort of like making the popcorn. There's another kid that's helping. I mean, I guess if you're over 21, you're not allowed to work here or something. Like, they don't hire anyone that shaves on a regular basis.
I was just gonna say, when I was there, like, there were 3 people who looked like they scooped some random kids off the street and fill the popcorn.
And so I had the popcorn. I'm looking around, and there's like 4 or 6 other people waiting to get shit. And I'm like, where's there was no open registers. They had close signs on them. And I'm like, and the kid runs over from helping, goes back there, rings me up, and I Apple Pay, do it really quick. And then I walk up to where we have to scan for the tickets. There's no one at the tickets. So I'm like, I think the only 2 employees are working the popcorn. So I'm just going to go through here. Yeah. And we went in and we saw Clifford.
Ours is the same thing. The same guy who rang my tickets up, because ours was the opposite. You like, they have you like check in right away first, like with the thing, and then you can go in and get popcorn. So he had check me in and then go get my popcorn. I also, granted it was 11 in the morning, but yeah, I was feeling good. I was like, I'll take the Jack, and it was like a little slushy, but it puts they'll put a bottle of Jack in there.
Whoa, nice! I
said a Coke slushy. That's right. And I said, go ahead. Go ahead, and put that bottle of Jack.
I like that. I like that. That's a good move. They're doing beer now at ours too.
Yeah.
And the way ours works is like, you could basically walk in there and order all the popcorn you want. You don't need a ticket for that. But if you try to enter where the theaters are, you need to show whatever you're.
I think they're having people like sneak in, or I don't know.
I'm sure there was.
It was probably because it was the
probably
only
because of us
guy,
back in the
only guy that was. Oh yeah, the only guy that was working. He probably had to like. They probably moved it up for him. Like, scan him in and then get some fucking popcorn.
Listen, you're the only one working today. You wonder why no one wants to work at the fucking movie theater, and it's not a problem that these are just like lazy teenagers who don't want a job. It's like, I think people are kind of tired of getting treated like shit for shit money
everywhere.
Yeah,
talking about employment. It's like, pay the fucking people.
Pay us, bitches. Pay us. Get paid.
Quit telling me I'm the most important part of this. We couldn't be here without you guys. Yes. Fucking pay me. Don't thank me. Just pay me.
Yeah. Fucking thank you can't fill the checking account, motherfucker. And yeah, that's times were tough. We still manage record profits, but we're not going to be able to give you the increase you wanted.
No.
We know inflation's 6%, but we're going to give you 1.5% on your thing. You'll notice extra paycheck. You'll get 37 cents extra paycheck.
Yeah. You'll make an extra $200 a paycheck. Woo!
Yeah, congratulations.
My bonus? We're not going to discuss that. Don't worry about that.
Yes.
Don't worry about the $22 million bonus I got. Don't worry about that.
They doubled executive bonuses. But on to you. We're 1.5%.
Enough about me. We're on to how important you are to this company.
Now, you don't want to kick the gift horse in the mouth, so just take what you got and just be gone.
Gift horse.
I don't know who's kicking horses in the mouth.
I don't know. That's
quite the flexibility required to do that alone. I don't possess
bravery and just I don't know.
Yeah,
no,
that's a good question. So, Clifford was it was kind of as expected, I guess. It wasn't
for the target audience. It was all right.
Yeah, for the target audience, there was only kids who just yelled out funny observations they had during the movie.
Yes, they're great for that.
Yeah, that dog's red. Just yelling it. I'm like, yeah, the whole
dog's huge.
Yeah, he's big. We brought everybody, or I brought the kids. The wife spoiled her with a little bit of hashtag self-care day, little massage situation. I was trying to pay back for the having the kids for when I was gone on vacation. I'm trying to balance those wrongs.
Yes, there you go. Are you even?
I think we're even.
Okay, there you go.
I hope so. I should actually check. I should verify that we're even before I.
Is my debt and paid?
Yeah. Yes. And so brought the 2.5-year-old.
Oh.
I don't know if you've tried to take a 2.5-year-old to the movies, but they have a little bit hard time keeping it together for more than about 15 minutes.
Yeah. I took Jeffrey. Another great moment when he was 3. I took him to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
I mean, I think Charlie was watching Jurassic Park at 3.
Yeah,
I mean, we were covering our eyes for some of the bloody bits.
I let it roll, and it was actually better than I thought. I think I did the whole sugar high, and then he crashed and burned and fell asleep, and it was like the last half of the movie was nice and enjoyable.
Yeah, if you're a new parent or something and you're thinking about just you have to decouple your own expectations. They can't exist.
No, you just gotta go with it. Whatever, you gotta have like a couple plan A, plan B, and plan C, and then just let it play out. And it's usually gonna be plan D.
I mean, for the first, and I made this mistake earlier. Last time I took the kids to the movie, we showed up like 20 minutes early. And I'm like, oh no, I'm just burning through the sit still time through fucking
the commercials
showing, the Adam Sandler bullshit, the next 10 movies that are coming out. Oh, mercy. And so this one walked in, we saw like 2 or 3 previews, and then it was perfect. But, the last 30 minutes was a struggle. He was going up and down the aisles, laying on the floor, sticking his head in between the seats, like whoop. And then he go to the next seat and stick his head between just random people's fucking seats. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just swinging on the bars. I'm like, I don't, no fucks if anyone judges me, because you try dealing with this shit yourself.
Fortunately for that movie like that, I think because mostly, I'm sure it's all 100% kids. They're like, I get it.
Yeah. Everyone.
Like if I was in something like that, I would get it. Now, if it was like a legit movie, like Venom, I'd be like, dude.
Oh, totally. Yes. And that is why I wouldn't dream to bring, bring kids to a movie that I wanted to have a good time at.
Yeah. Although.
Yeah. But Clifford was going, and I'm like, Clifford would be a cool Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon, I wonder what's out here. Is there any good gyms over here I can try to take?
I can take over. Is there a boss going on? Anything new?
Oh yeah. We Pokemon is taking a little bit of it's cooled off for me a little bit. I haven't been playing as much.
I haven't. It's not every day.
Damn work thing keeps getting in the way.
Yeah, work keeps getting in the way, and the events aren't as spectacular.
They're
at
lackluster.
The moment. I mean, they're putting fucking hats on some of them. Like, come on, give me some new Pokies. You have like 8 generations you can pull from, so give me some good Pokies.
Yeah,
get rid of the fucking hats. I don't care about this.
I'm about ready for a big purge of all the. I don't care if it has a fucking hat or whatever. It's just gonna get gone out of my thing.
Are you sure you want to delete an event Pokemon? Yes, I am. For sure.
I'm like, I don't need 10 Pikachus with fucking safari hats on. I just don't. One, I'll keep one because it's cute, but I don't need every single one.
No,
that's for goddamn sure. And I don't really care about a penguin with a Santa hat on.
Yeah, or what's it right now? It's like an orange hat. I don't even know what it was. I can't even.
I don't even. It looked like yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Hopefully building up something big, starting up the new year.
Ooh, that would be good. They do. I do appreciate they mixed in, half egg distance, things like that. You can kind of burn through some stuff.
That usually kicks me right back into it. Just right when I'm starting, like, oh man.
Well, like, Cerny, you're still level 39.
Yeah, 38.
Oh my god, dude. You really got.
I'm like 100,000 points away from 39. I gotta crawl to 40 because I got research task. I think this is before you guys were playing. For a shiny Mew.
I don't think I got that one.
This one was this one was tough because you had
grind?
Yeah, it was a real grind. So you had to catch 30 of the different types of Pokemon. So you had to start off with catching 30 dark, 30 dragon, 30 whatever the fuck it is, you know. And then it goes
each type?
Each type.
Damn.
And then you had to do like, I forget, it was like 50 great throws and blah, blah, blah. And then the last one I'm doing right now is I had to catch, I had to walk 151 kilometers, which I already did. I had to swipe 151 because it's 151 meal.
Oh, right. Yeah.
151 Pokestops. Do 151 field researches. And then I have to catch, I still haven't completed it, but 1,510 Pokemon, and then I have to be level 40, and then I get the Mew or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
That's like an annual task.
yeah. I'm still working on it. I forget what I got it, but it was before you were playing, so that's
wow. Yeah. So I don't mind. I mean, that's a big one. That would take you. I mean.
It's just one of those, like, you just put it in the back burner and you just keep, you know, as you're doing stuff.
Over time, it'll
adding it.
I like the ones that take me about, 2 weeks to a month of playing, let's just say like 10 to 15 minutes a day during the week, and then maybe like 30 minutes to an hour during the weekend. If I can knock that out a month, I kind of like that. And if I really want to get into it and like do an instance or have a big day where I want to play a bunch, then I can try to knock it out. But
those are good.
Yeah, I have. I'm in level 40 now, but there's like 6.5 million XP, and I'm like, I don't know what is this gonna. This is probably gonna take me a year.
Oh yeah,
at this pace. At this pace, but you'll get there. You're almost there. It sounds like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do some stuff. Yeah. I was very bad with the lucky eggs and stuff, so that's kind of been my
crux.
My downfall.
Yeah. And then, if you start accumulating all those friends, like I have 120 friends now because I've just randomly add people that I find on Reddit. Because you need all the 100,000.
Oh, you're right.
Things.
I didn't think
then
about
I'm just doing the friend grind. But if I, like, one day I'll add like 10. And then so usually within, whatever the time period is, where 30 days or 90 days or whatever, I'll have a bunch that I can maybe get lucky and drop an egg and do a couple. So that's been my sort of mass point strategy. But who knows? Yeah. Anywho, Pokemon. It's kind of on the back burner right now for me, but I'm sure it'll come back. Maybe
it'll kick off. I think when they do something like an event, and plus like during the end of the year, work isn't really on the forefront. I usually put work on the back burner.
As discussed. Well, unfortunately, Cerny, the Rams took an L.
Oh, fucking huge L. Back-to-back L's. And this last L was painful. It's fucking Niners.
And the way that the chat was blowing up between Joe...
And it wasn't even just that chat. You should have seen my phone.
Oh, you were getting other
from every which way. Work phone, regular. I was like, this is why I fucking hate the Niners. I fucking hate them. God damn it.
The way that they were texting, we scored more points this. I'm like, you act like you won the fucking Super Bowl, but you literally just won one game. I know you're supposed to be undefeated this year and everything, and that went down the shitter pretty quick. But yeah. It's just, I totally get it.
The Rams played horrible too. And it's not like they took the L. They got fucking embarrassed. It was like,
was 40 something or?
No, it was like 31-10.
Oh,
it was like, I out the gate, opening drive, Rams throw an interception. I was like, fuck. Very next drive. Got to get something going here. Pick 6. I was like, fuck.
Oh no. Too much.
Oh, here we go. Fucking A. And then it was like, and then they went up. Then they came down and scored 7-14. Okay. Then they gave a fucking touchdown, 21-7. Then they go to the half. Let's kick a field goal. Tried a fake field goal. Fucked it up. Going to, I was like, oh, God, but this is it.
The momentum the wind was out of the sails.
Yeah, and I was like, ugh.
My friend Nate, who's a Rams fan as well, he went to the game.
I couldn't go with those fans. So I know the history. The Rams have a very tough time. I don't know what it is, but they just have a hard time. This is the 5th straight time they've lost the Niners. You just can't fucking beat those guys.
And Dana keeps taking beers from you every time.
Every goddamn time. Yeah.
Why did you ever pay him?
Huh?
Did you ever pay him for the?
I always.
What does he want? Coors Light? Or no? He's a little something. Or
little somethings. Yeah. I think this last time it was Coors Light for. I don't know. Who cares? Blood money.
I know. When we were in school, did we have the week before Thanksgiving be all like minimum days?
Oh,
dude, these kids with the cush fucking school schedule. What's the deal? Where was this?
Yeah, Jeffrey has minimum days every day this week. I was like, what? Then the whole week off? I was like,
what?
They even have like that. What's that one? So even like Easter break, they have the week of Easter, or the week before
ski week
off, and then the Monday after Easter off too. Yeah.
Wow!
Just to like give them an extra day. I was like, what?
All they were doing just grinding us in elementary school. Cursive.
I know. I bet you if you wrote something cursive now, you walk into a high schooler, they'd be like, "What kind of Egyptian?"
Actually, my daughter came home and said that they were talking about cursive today. And I'm like, why would they teach kids that? That seems like the craziest fucking thing. Unless you tell me that there's some, it helps their neurotransmitters.
You know what? Jeffrey did like cursive. That? You're right. I was thinking about it. He did do cursive. I could help him, but I had to search deep. I was like, holy shit, I haven't seen cursive.
You're like, where in my brain was this stored? Because that shit is fucking.
I didn't think that deep.
Dusty and cobwebby up there.
Yeah.
I don't. How do you do a? I remember the Z's are kind of like.
Like so.
They kind of have like a thing, but like, what is a Q? What does a cursive Q look like?
It's like a Q. It goes,
Oh.
The big one.
The capital.
I forget.
It looks like a 2 or some shit. I don't fucking know. But I always remember the teachers that back in my day, we had to write our reports out. Our book reports were written, not fucking typed up.
They don't even do book reports anymore. They do like these AR tests, they call them. So they read a book and then they go to the computer and they take a little quiz on them and they get points and they have to have so many points by the quarter or whatever it is. But they don't have to do book reports. I was like, oh.
Wow. And then I remember this in 3rd grade or whatever, the teacher's like, book report. And everyone's like, on bated breath.
Yeah.
In cursive. No! Fuck cursive.
How long does it have to be?
Oh, yeah. And then you're
one page written.
Oh, cursive.
Introductory, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. Remember, like, oh, fuck.
Like, Jesus. 3 sentences, 5. I'm like, okay, we get the fucking paragraph structure. Also, the emails I send now, smash cut 25 years ahead, they're like 2 words, 2 sentences. Don't even sign my name. Just be like, thanks, received, boom. Fucking let's go. Let's go.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I always get on people at work when they write like these dissertations. I'm like, dude, you got 2 sentences and then that's it. You've lost most of your crew unless put it in bullet points if you want, if it's that important.
And then they're like, "Oh, you didn't read my email?" I'm like, I didn't take like an hour to read your fucking, your some thesis.
Yeah.
Manifesto you wrote out.
Don't do that.
I would always cheat with the cursive, and when you had to write in cursive, I would kind of throw in the non-cursive letters in there, the kind of cheat ones.
Like the writing version of Spanglish.
Yeah. What do you call regular handwriting?
I don't know.
It's just non-cursive, just my traditional handwriting. And I would always try to sneak those in. But the S, you couldn't sneak an S or an R. There's certain letters that wouldn't work.
No.
But
B. Yeah. B you could kind of, but
B. I do like the cursive F. I think it's very elegant. The lowercase, how it goes down below, it's like a very
yeah, it is.
It's a very fluid. It is. It has a good look to it. Like if your name was
I'll look
Jeff,
elegant when I tell you to fuck off.
Fuck you. Plus, fuck off that's 3 Fs.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of elegance in that. Maybe those are new stickers for Chip and Cern Show. Just fuck off in cursive. Brought to you by the Chip and Cern Show.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, everyone get your pencil sharpeners out, and we need your 2 pages, front and back.
Number 2 pencil.
Number 2 pencil in cursive. A summary of the show. 1 intro paragraph, 3 body paragraphs,
and a conclusion.
And then a conclusion. And the body paragraphs, I believe, you go from, if you're trying to convince somebody, your strongest point should be that third paragraph. Bring it home in number 3. You don't want to open up with the good shit because you're going to lose them, like the fucking email.
You're right. If I read the blog emails, I'm like, oh, that's probably what he wants. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. That's it.
If I have to scroll to start reading your email, I don't even attempt it. It's the same thing with text message. If I see I'm like, nah.
No, I'm not. If you had to open a separate app to write it out because you were worried about, just don't bother sending it because I'm not going to read it.
Always, girls like to do that. They'll send his email or not a text message.
But it could be
Natalie, and that's what they'll do. They'll write like this. They're like, hey, you got to call me. If it's gonna be that long, you got to call me.
What about a Marco Polo?
That would be fine too. Actually, those are acceptable too.
Do kids use that app? I don't think they would.
No,
that's a boomer app. I think
app.
That's a millennial app.
But
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. But if it's I can see a text message from Natalie. I'm like, oh my god, I'm not reading this.
Yeah, you would put on speech to text, and Siri would run out of breath.
Yeah,
she'd be breathless by the end. Hold on, I need a drink of water. She's like, rehydrate.
And it's one big run-on sentence that's really confusing. You're like, it's the opposite you're trying to convey.
Yes. Did you want action from this? We got to optimize this communication because this is piss poor. This is no good. No good. Well, I was going to say, I haven't even got to my story about my Christmas lights.
Oh.
Go to set the Christmas lights up. I'll make it quick. This will be the last one. I'm already behind. They should have been up November 1st. I'm already
November 1, yeah.
I'm already 2 weeks late.
15 days late.
No HOA to keep me down, and I've taken it.
We had some people going rogue here with some Christmas shit up already.
Oh, now I like that. That is not just
I was like, oh, fuck. I have my turkey up, but fuck.
Oh, you got to put everything up.
Inflatable. I have an inflatable turkey up, but yeah, now I'm like, oh, it's Christmas coming out.
Put it up on there. And so I thought, we've used the gutter lights, just the one strand, whatever. I'm like, let me try the icicles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I have a few problems. One, I don't have an actual ladder. I have a step stool. It has 3 steps.
Oh, okay. Probably, I've done that. That's a problem.
Yeah. It's like, it works fine every year, but at the end of it, I'm like, will you buy me a fucking ladder for Christmas? That's all I want, a 6-foot
aluminum ladder.
That's all I need. Or I'm going to go steal one off a construction site somewhere. And I've been saving the gutter clips. I know you have I wish I could have a permanent thing on there, but I have those plastic gutter clips from Target.
I have those too. For one side of my house, because I didn't feel like doing nails and stuff, so I was like, so I got the clips. And I just do lacy man, where when you take one side, you go like a whip, and it whips them all off at the end of the year.
So I had been using ones that were good, and then I bought new ones from Target because whatever, $300 for $10, no big deal. So I get up there, I'm hanging the icicle lights, and I go and I buy the Target brand. So I don't know if this starts my problems, but I brought the red Target I think it's like Workshop or some shit.
I don't know those.
Christmas lights. $10 for 12 feet of icicle. So I bought 4 fucking boxes. Come home. I start doing it. I'm trying to get the kids. You guys want to help me decorate outside? Do you think? Oh, ho hum.
You always think it's like yes, but they never do.
I thought they were going to be into it. I can get people to help me unwind the lights, and I wouldn't have to do so much work.
I've made that mistake.
I'm an idiot. Did I believe that was going to happen, Cerny?
I do too. Don't worry. You're not alone.
What an idiot. And so here I am by myself, hanging it, and finally I'm getting to like this gnarly bit, and I'm getting it on there, and I have them plugged in. They're brand new. Have them plugged in anyway. And my wife comes out. I'm like, can you help me? So we're about to do the last one. Plugs it in. She goes, oh, the lights just went out. I'm like, oh, what? Sorry? I'm like, come again? She's like, the lights just turned on.
Please tell me you're joking.
I'm like, oh, no. And I look back, and they were all gone. They're all blacked out. So I went, and I was like, maybe it's the extension cable. Maybe I blew a fuse or something. I check all that stuff. No dice. Change out 2 different extension cords. Nope. Take the connector off. Undo the first gen. Nope. So then, in a fit of anger, like you said, I 2-handed the fucking strand of lights from the far bit of my house, and I just yanked it down like this, and I got it off like, and those plastic clips, which as I'm doing it, they're just snapping. So I probably broke 5 putting them up. I'm like, I'm returning the rest of this box because they suck so fucking bad. I just refuse to pay $10. Yeah. I don't care if there's less than 300. I'm gonna give them back like $260. I'm returning it because they're horrible. Yank the lights down. So now, from my house, the picture I sent Cerny, there's 2 strands of lights like broken.
I was like, what's going on here?
So I went back to Target, and I was so mad. I was like, you know, when you're really pissed and you're just trying to vent to your wife, and she's like, I just need to stay. I'm just like, fuck these lights. She's like, oh, yeah, You're just like keeping her distance.
They just don't say anything, or they don't, they don't give you space. Or it's like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah. They're like, I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling because of the situation. Grab a Trader Joe's bag, throw the fucking lights, throw those fucking clips. I'm like, I'm going back to Target, return this piece of shit light. Just making some huge statement. Go to Target, get in there. The guy's like, can I help you? I'm like, I just bought these. They literally don't work. They went out, and these clips suck. And I'm like unloading on this guy. Yeah. And he's like, okay. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck. He just like, oh, okay. Boop, boop. Here you go.
Get your receipt.
Yeah, receipt.
Blink. There you go.
I got the, the circle
85, 65 back on the card.
Exactly. And so I bought more of these Target lights.
Oh.
And I found heavy duty clips, which I opened, and then I'm checking the integrity of these clips. The heavy duty ones they hold up. They hold worth the investment.
Because I made the mistake before where I started heavy duty, and then like after like
two or 3 years or whatever,
3 or 4 years, but I never took them down off the gutter. I just left the clips up there. I just used them so they work pretty well, but after 4 years of like being beat by the sun, that they started then I replaced them, but I didn't know that there was a difference at the time, so I was like, these ones are trash.
They're just so cheap and shitty.
Yeah. So I've done that.
But story's not over.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I'm sorry.
I came back. It's all right. I finish up the one side of the house, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this bit. It worked out perfectly. I'm like, I bought more boxes just in case I had to whatever.
Mm-hmm. Pro tip.
Plug them in again. Lights up beautifully. Everything works. I'm like, oh, this is great. Okay, now for the piece of resistance. Let me get my smart switch on daylight mode to get this. So I'm fiddling with that, and then all of a sudden, they all go out again. I think wasn't the light. I think there's too many of them hooked together, and it's like overloading the overloading the one that's connected to the extension cord, and it's like blowing that strand. So now I have to somehow, and I have to do this tomorrow before vacation. So I have to devise 2 extension cord situations to separately power 2 separate light systems out.
So
there.
I have
and my house isn't it's not the fucking McAllister's house. It's just your average 4-bedroom. Yeah.
what the fuck is the Christmas Vacation?
Griswold's
house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a smart plug outside. It's an outdoor one, so I control with Alexa. It's a two. I got a 2-pronger, so I have one strand going and then another.
Okay.
I never had a problem because I love the shit out of those things. I mean,
I even looked through the instructions and I'm like, does it say don't connect more than 4 things together? But
no, because I put like 6 or 8 on one strand before. I have had that problem where because I always plug them in to test it, and I plugged it in and it worked, and then like there was this one where I was like on the peak and I got it and I was like on the downward peak and the ladder like whoa, and I fell and I hit the fucking wire and it shorted the thing.
Oh no.
And I was like, no. And it was like on the strand, of course, on the peak. And I was like, fuck. And I got angry and like ripped it out of the wall, and like it threw it behind me, went all the way to the street, But I wasn't
thinking. The HOA lady sitting there like, all right, fine. Whoops-a-daisy.
Sorry, buddy.
And as I was putting the Christmas tree up, another section blackened. No light. No. So we're like, now we got a little striping situation going. So we have already, it's a pre-lit tree, but now we have one area where I had to run new lights and now I need to get more. So I just need to buy the tree with no fucking lights and just do it myself.
That's what I did.
God damn it. It's the only way it's going to work. It's the only way.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're in for disappointment.
Yeah.
Or you're playing like you're gambling every time you turn every Christmas. You're like, oh no.
Every year is a new adventure.
Hold
and even replacing bulbs, replacing fuses. I'm really trying here. But the fucking Christmas tree thing is not working for me.
Yeah. That's why I didn't do that. Anyway. I did it once and I had the same thing. I said, never again.
Yeah. Smart. So maybe, but the tree, like, it's perfectly fine. So I feel bad. Yeah. Like, how do you throw away a Christmas tree? What do you do? That?
Got to give it to the Grinch.
Yeah, that. I know. There's a lot of bad juju floating around with getting rid of a Christmas tree. I feel like. Maybe I go natural. Maybe I have to go all natural.
Ooh, I've done that.
No.
You gotta water it. It's a pain in the ass.
Oh, that's a lot of work.
And it dries out, and you're looking at when you get that tree out at the end of the season. It's a mess.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. And especially you can't be throwing that thing up in November expecting it to go basically two months.
No, it's not gonna happen.
What do you get out of a regular tree?
3 weeks, I would assume. Usually it's the day after Christmas is like the biggest, or day after Thanksgiving is the biggest.
The biggest Christmas.
And then it lasts to about Christmas, and then maybe a few days after.
Yeah. That's where we drove the Tesla up. Joe's wedding. Maybe we could just drive it back there and pick up a couple.
That's right. Yeah, one of the trees we ran over.
One of the saplings we crushed. We crushed the saplings. Anyway, we did it again, Cerny. Another great episode.
In the books with ease.
It's like at the end of the show, it's just like, me and Cerny always
getting warmed up.
We're always like, oh man, that was an hour. That was 48 minutes in this case. 48 minutes.
Easy.
Just like that. No problem. And just like that, boosters and kids' vaccines are rolling out. So make sure you're getting jabbed up with those.
I'm already boosted. Way ahead of you.
Boosted. Cerny's all way ahead of me. I'm going to get boosted up here soon. Going to get the kid on the pediatric dose.
There you go.
It's called. And keep everyone safe. I'll just say I don't want to be doing another COVID Thanksgiving year 3 next year. So people just get on their fucking shit like adults.
Let's do this.
Let's fucking go. LFG. Fuck off. Till next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.